Hello everyone, myself Pradeep Pandey. I will be introducing you about the concept decision making. So let's have a look on some of definitions of decision making. According to George, decision making is the selection based on some criteria from two or more possible alternatives. Also, Andrew have given the definition for decision making. According to him, decision making is a process involving information, choice of alternative actions, implementations, and evaluation that is directed to the achievement of certain stated goals. Henry and Clifton have also given the definitions for decision making. According to them, a decision is a selection of a course of action from two or more alternatives. The decision making process is a sequence of steps leading to that selection. So these were some of the definitions of decision making. So let's have a look on characteristics of decision making. Intellectual process. Decision making is an intellectual process involves careful evaluation. It is also known as logical and intellectual exercise related to situations or environment. Every decision depends on the situations of the organization, human process. Every human have a different perspective and have different ability to take any decision looks for best possible path. A decision making is all about choosing one appropriate among two alternatives involves a level of commitment. A decision making may be sometimes a short term or a long term process, but we have to be committed towards its pervasive functions. Pervasive functions is a process which varies level to level. There is no alternative for the decision making. Freedom of selecting a specific courses of actions. A manager should have the freedom of taking the decision without any pressure. Now we have come to know the meaning, definition, characteristics of decision making. So now I will be introducing you some of the process of decision. Definition of problem. Identifying the problem or the objective is the starting point to arriving at the decision making. Collection of data. After definitions of the problem, after finding out the problem, we have to collect the data where we can find out the actual problems and the situations as a formulation of model. Model helps in evaluating alternatives. Various models have helped to get the real life feel and to get best choice. Evaluation. Evaluation is done by the model and which has to be considered as the realistic components of the situations and by which we can take the decision. Framing of decision. After the definition of the problem and collection of data formulation of model, we have to frame our decision by which we can get our best decision for the situation has been occurred. Follow-up action. After the framing of decision, the follow-up action is also important. So we have to take several steps to get in the decision. After seeing the characteristics of decision making and the process of decision making, some other difficulties can be faced in the decision making process. Here are some points of the decision making. Error, incomplete information. There are chances where we can get the incomplete or the not proper information about the situation which leads to decision failure. Unsupporting environment. There are also chances where we can't get any support for the decision which we have made in the situations. Non-acceptance by subordinates. Also there are chances where we can't get a support or there are some subordinates who don't accept our decisions which we have taken under the situations. Ineffective communication. Due to ineffective communication, there are also chances that decision making can be failed or not at the appropriate manner. Incorrect timing. There are chances that the situation has been occurred and the decision has been made very late. There are also chances that due to the ineffective communication and non-acceptance by subordinates and unsupporting environment, also incomplete information, we can't take the decision on the time and which leads to the decision error and delay of the decision. Here are some of advantages of decision making. The points are give more information, increase people's perception, provide more alternatives, improve the degree of acceptance and commitment, improve the quality of decisions, helps in strengthening the organization. Also, there are some of disadvantages of decision making. Costly. Yes, sometimes the situation has occurred where we have to get the outside help, which leads to the costly decision making process. Time consuming. There are some situations where we take more time to make a decision, individual domination, and ambiguous responsibility. So this was my presentation on decision making of perspective management.